Hey guys, welcome back. I know what you might be thinking. If you are watching this today on Monday, March 20th, you are probably wondering why I uploaded 2 videos in one day. I never do that. My other video that I uploaded today, if you haven't seen it, is another eye tutorial for my fellow hooded eye people. So definitely check that out if you have a chance. But this video was by request. I did get several messages via my Snapchat and some emails asking if I would do one of these Ulta 21 Days of Beauty recommendation videos. I had planned on doing it simply because so many people are doing them, and you know, as a YouTuber, you don't want to always do what everybody else is doing, but then again, you know, if people want me to do it, then I'm happy to. I definitely had a little time to do it today, so let's get right to it. If you're interested in seeing what my recommendations are for Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, then please keep watching. I also am going to be including some tips and tricks, well, maybe more like suggestions on how to get what you really want from the sale, because as a former freelancer working at Ulta during these events, I do have some things I think you guys should know that might help you get the items that you're clamoring for. So let's get into it. So if you're watching this video, you're probably familiar with what it is. It is Ulta's bi-yearly, twice yearly, 21 Days of Beauty. So that is their big event where they offer daily deals. Beauty steals is what they call them. So every day they offer a great product at usually around 50% off the retail. So unfortunately, I missed yesterday, which was the Too Faced Love Flush Blush. I do really like those, so if you got those, you were lucky. And I also like the Philosophy Micro Delivery Wash, so missed out on those. Today, I'm not sure we really missed out on much. That is the Lorac Perfection Powder for $16.50. I'm not saying it's a bad powder, I just don't know much about it, and Lorac in general hasn't ever really called to me, like spoken to me, where I've had to rush and get those products, except for, of course, the Pro palettes. I do love the Pro palettes and the Unzipped palettes. Unzipped Gold and regular Unzipped. I have those, love those. I'm sorry if the camera caught that. I just kicked the tripod by accident. So, okay, so in order for this video not to be too long, I'm just gonna show you the things that I circled myself, that things that I really want, and then some recommendations, and then of course those tips I promised you. So I'm definitely looking at March 22nd for the Buxom Full On Lip Creams. I love Buxom glosses. They have a ton of shades in their original formula, but those are a little bit more sheer. The Full On glosses, I actually prefer the Full On Lip Creams because I like my glosses to have a little bit of pigment. If I'm gonna wear a gloss, I usually like to wear it on its own. If you don't like a tingle, then you wouldn't like these at all. I used to sell these glosses at my boutique that I had in Minnesota, and they were hugely popular. I wouldn't say that they really plump your lips, but they are a really nice gloss. And for $10, that is a great buy. Now on March 23rd, the Stila Smudge Sticks are on sale for $11. And that is very common during this event for those to go on sale for that price, because I used to freelance for Stila. That is a company that I represented, that I was like a trainer for about 1.5 years or so. And when I would work these events, here's tip number one. Tip number one is don't just look up front for the daily beauty steals. That is usually where they put everything. They'll have either a display or some sort of setup of the daily deal, so it's right there when you walk in. You can pick it up, go to the register if that's all you came for. But a lot of times people would come in, and if we hadn't refilled them in time, they could be empty. So my tip is that if you don't see the product right up front, it could still be over in the other area where they normally are. So like with Clarisonics, like I know with the brush heads that I once saw 2 women fighting frantically over the last ones, they were over in the area that Clarisonic brush heads usually are. Of course, in the morning, they were in little bowls or on display, but then by 2 o'clock, things like that usually sell out. So that's my second tip. I don't think these smudge sticks are gonna sell out, but my second tip is to go as early as possible. If you can get there right when they open, that's gonna guarantee that you're gonna get what you want. If you come in at 5 o'clock in the afternoon for, say, these Anastasia brow pencils that are $10, you probably aren't gonna get the color that you want if they have anything left. Now, March 25th's beauty steals are both pretty good, I think. The Lights Camera Lashes mascara for $10, that used to be all I would wear. I loved that mascara like 10 years ago when it came out. And I haven't bought it recently, but I just remember really, really loving it. And then I'm definitely picking up the Philosophy Purity Made Simple One-Step Facial Cleansing Cloths. That's a 30 count for $7.50, which in some places that could actually be cheaper than just buying your Neutrogena, because I know I usually buy Neutrogena for like $6.99 for 25, and this for 25 cloths, and this is 30 cloths for $7.50. So I'll definitely be getting those. So I don't think I should talk about every beauty steal that's going on every day, because this would be a 30-minute video. But I want to show you a couple more things on here that I think are really worth checking out. The Shiseido eyelash curler for $10 on April 2nd. I find the Shiseido curler is much better suited to someone with a more hooded or rounded eye than some of the others on the market, because the Shiseido is a little bit more rounded versus a little bit more almond. So when it's more rounded, it works better on those of us with a more rounded eye, or where it down turns on either the outer corner or the inner corner, or both. Now, normally I wouldn't have paid any attention to April 2nd, which is the Mally Beauty highlighter and blush set for $17.50 from the retail of $35. But I was playing around with this product last week, actually. I went to visit Ulta with a friend who was getting a brow wax, and I tried these sets on, and I thought they were beautiful. One is like a vibrant pink, and one is a beautiful peachy pink. And then the highlighters were both stunning. I actually was really, really close to buying this at full price. And then lastly on here, I want to talk to you guys about the Stila One Step Correct. This primer, it does not get a lot of love. It is very underrated. But if you are someone that has sallow skin or a lot of redness, this primer, this One Step Correct, you kind of see in the picture, I actually own this product, and it's really very good. You'll notice when you look at it that it has swirls of green, like a peachy color, and a lavender color. And those are all to counteract discoloration in the skin, like I said, sallowness or redness. It also has anti-aging properties, and it is not silicone based. And it's also very lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy, and it's just really a very underrated product. And of course, on the 8th, there's the Brow Wiz for $10. I'll definitely be picking up another caramel or soft brown or taupe. Yes, I have all three. I use all three. Today I have on the taupe. It just depends on what color my hair is that day or that week, because it changes. Now, moving through the catalog, not everything is on sale. Some of the products they show are full price, but there are some great deals during this event. Ardell lashes. So many of you know I'm a lash girl. So buy one, get one 50% off. Some of my favorites, just so you know, are the 120 Demis, the Demi Wispies, the regular Wispies, the 117s, and then the 110s for someone who wants a real natural look. Now for hair, they have Joico shampoos and conditioners, 2 for $20, and that is a great deal. If you have damaged hair in any way, shape, or form, I highly recommend the K-Pack. The Reconstructor I don't see is on sale, but the shampoo and conditioner, 2 for $20, is a fantastic deal, and it's a really, really good shampoo and conditioner. Now I'm seeing that the Drybar Buttercup hair dryer that I love is not on sale, but I did notice that the Hot Tools 1 1/4 inch curling iron is on sale, and that one is $39.99, and that is the one I used today. I use that when I want bigger curls. If you saw my hair tutorial, I used a 1-inch curling wand for when my hair's shorter and I want a little bit more of that messy beach wave, but when I want just like a soft, bigger curl and I have my extensions in, I do like the 1 1/4 inch, and the Hot Tools is amazing. So then of course they go and put Tarte Shape Tape on the back, which I don't know about your Ulta, but they have been sold out in pretty much every color anytime I've been in any Ulta store in the last 4 to 6 weeks or so. So good luck finding those. Maybe they have restocked them for the event. I'll keep my fingers crossed. And then of course you get your $3.50 off coupon with a $15 purchase, but that is only going to apply to your general mass products. It's never really applies to the prestige. And Ultas are all broken up into 2 sections. As you know, if you've ever been in one, half of the store is what they call mass, and then the other half is called prestige. So that's where you're gonna find your Too Faced and your Anastasia and your Bare Minerals and all that. So those are my recommendations, a couple things that I think I'm gonna try. If they have the Benefit California, which is a new box blush they're coming out with, I would be all over that, because I've yet to meet a peachy pink shimmery blush that I don't like. So I'll be all over that when it comes in. The Hula Light does sound interesting for somebody who is more fair. The Dandelion Twinkle, I don't know if they're gonna have that in time for this event, but that also interests me. And they do have a gift with purchase. With any $45 purchase, you can get this little gift set right here, a cute little bag. And I do recommend, while I personally have never used the Watts Up, I've talked about in a lot of my videos the Girl Meets Pearl. It's a great highlighter for somebody with mature skin who might have some wrinkling or some texture on the cheekbones. So that's it for my recommendations. I'll review my few tips that I had for you. One is to get there when they open, because that is when obviously they're gonna have the merchandise in stock. Don't show up at the end of the day for a hot item thinking that you're gonna be able to get it, because you probably won't. Two, I highly suggest that if you go into the store and they don't have the product right out front, I suggest you walking over to the area where they usually are and seeing if there is any in the unit, or maybe they have some extras in the drawer. Because once in a while, you'll find things randomly all over that store, because people tend to walk around with things and then just put them down and don't actually purchase them. And my other tip, which is just for shopping there in general, is sign up for their Beauty Rewards program. They pretty much have the best rewards program of any store that I know I shop at. It's much better than Sephora, because they actually give you money off. Your points turn into dollars that you can then use to purchase your items, including prestige. And also, once you become platinum, you get platinum perks, which are oftentimes access to products that haven't launched yet. And then several times a year, some 20% off coupons that actually apply to everything in the store, prestige and mass. And I do have one more tip. If you are in a city with multiple Ulta stores, like for me, I have around like 6 or 7 Ultas within a 20 to 30 minute drive of my home. So I know which ones tend to be very busy and which ones tend to be a lot slower. There is one in my town that is always busy. It always has the most stock and it's the biggest store, but it's always so crazy busy. And I know that every morning people are gonna be possibly lined up for these things. So there's another one in another direction in a less populated part of town that's newer that I know doesn't get that much business. If you can go to a store that's slower, that isn't always crazy busy, I highly recommend going to that one. So I think that does it for this video of my recommendations and tips for getting what you want at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Let me know if there's anything you guys think I should get. I would definitely love your recommendations of what some of your favorite products are to pick up during this event. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already for 2 uploads per week. You can also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. All of those are Risa Does Makeup, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon.